Alright, let's try again with green counters here in Standard. Hopefully we'll have a more interesting match this time. Yeah, I guess that's the punishment for playing the colorless lands, is the not being able to cast Avatar on 2, but we don't really... He gets better as the game goes on anyway, so not really a big deal. Also, it's like we want to make sure we hit our 3 and 4. We run a risk of floundering with this hand and having to fetch away. The first one is kind of like, we'll see. Yeah, Servant is way better than it looks at first glance. You're just gonna have to trust me on that. With one Hardened Scales, it's a 2/2 that leaves 2 counters on something. I mean, it's pretty relevant. And it also has the synergy with the Avatar. Alright, well, we got in there for one. Don't imagine that'll last too long here. Ooh, mountain, okay. So maybe that eats a Fiery Impulse or something, and we're getting mana screwed again. Another lovely, interesting match brought to you by the online shuffler that just hates me. It's amazing how when I'm not recording, I get nut draws all the time, and then the second I turn the camera on, shuffler pwned. Alright, Elemental Bond. Alright, well maybe we have more time than I thought. God. We really need to get to 3 for this deck to be good. Alright, so you see how that worked with the Hardened Scales. Now if it dies, it actually moves 3 counters onto the other creature, so there's that. Zendikar Incarnate. Aha. Here. Yep, let's run out the Avatar. And it's just very, very big. We trade off with the Incarnate. Not sure. Maybe not. Swift Sphere, okay. The old Swift Sphere Elemental Bond deck. Okay, well, we're going to block the Swift Spear with that, and I'm going to block like that too. What is with my mouse all of a sudden? Okay, now it's working. Sure strike. Wow, okay. Well, I got pwned there because I wasn't expecting a limited combat trick. Alright. So, we're gonna have some catching up to do. Do I attack with the servant? No. Let's threaten a block here. If he uses another combat trick to kill that, then my Gorger just gets engorged. Hey baby, would you like to engorge my Hydra? So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. Yes, I know I should not sing. What the f is this card? Okay, I haven't seen that in a long time. So that's gonna what, give that thing vigilance? Okay. This is why if you're gonna play big dummies, make sure they have trample. And all of a sudden the tables have turned. Take 10. Yep. Okay. So now this does give vigilance, so that's, you know, he can attack here, so that's good for racing. But if he plays anything, you know, dudes start growing. Land would be a sweet draw. Play the scavenger, play a land, turn it into a 4/4 that, you know, so with 2 counters that can remove for the ability, which makes it an excellent blocker in this kind of scenario. And you know, then these things would be like out of control big. Nice thing about Hydra and Hardened scales is that if somebody tries to wild slash it, it grows out of range. Alright, well this is getting silly here. Terra Stomper, which I always forget is standard legal. I don't know why this isn't more of a card. It's pretty freaking good. 6 mana, 8/8 trample can't be countered. What's not to like? Alright. So here I can play another Hydra. And So now that's big enough that he has to double block it. You know what? I'm gonna cast this for 0 to pump my team. So this'll die. This basically is now 0 mana, put 2 counters on 3 creatures. That seems pretty good. Now he has to block this with everything. So maybe I should attack with bullet. Yeah. I don't think there's a way he survives this. Attack for 23 when he's at 7. Even with those 2 huge things on the ground. So, even with a slow draw, what is 1 red gonna do? Yeah. Nitwit. Not calling him a nitwit, that's actually his name here, but yeah, Heir of the Wild seems good. As does Winds. Wind seems great here. Naturalist seems great. I guess we'll cut a couple servants. Alright, yeah, it's not stellar, but we'll keep it. I don't think this is a matchup where I want to run Endless One out as a 1/1. I do want to run Honored Hierarch out as a 1/1. Endless One could possibly be a 3/3 here, we'll see. But Hierarch is decent. It'd be better if we were on the play. Have a really good chance of hitting. Not sure here, we'll see. But now we can go Hierarch, Heir, Endless One, Collected Company. And pray. Pray that's good enough. Before we get Terra stomped. Heir, okay. Well, I see your Heir. And I will call. Alright. If he attacks, that's a pretty instant take. I'd much rather trade off Endless One for his Heir. Wild Slash, alright. Man, people really, really heavily value keeping Honored Hierarch turned off. I'm surprised by that. I don't know why I tapped all 3 land. So, that was dumb, but okay. No play. What do we do here? Here, yeah, let's attack with all three. I think I'm fine with that. They're not gonna get better. Okay. 2 get through or 1 gets slashed? We'll see. Yeah. 1 gets slashed. Okay, so 1 got through here. Only one of our turtles made it to the water. And Scavenger, followed by Heathcliff, and hopefully, which has come up many times, Undergrowth Champion is immune to Death Touch because the damage is prevented. So hopefully we can get him to block that. Or attack into it, whatever, you know. Opponent stalled on lands this game. We've still got these 2 pretty good follow-up spells here. Alright. I think we can start turning the corner here. I'm fine trading the Hierarch off for the air. Might get eaten by a monastery and then an instant, but it's not too bad anyway. So let's see what, if anything, happens here. Nothing. Alright. Let's fetch, get 1 more damage in. I could keep up company. Or I can play a 6/6. That 6/6 still can't get through the air. So yeah, let's hold off on that, and we'll collect a company this turn. Interesting. Okay. See what kind of company we have in store for him here. Air. So we shouldn't have popped our fetch, now that I think about it. That's okay. I think that's gonna be fine. Blocks. Yeah. Things are looking fairly dire for our opponent, I imagine. Tread upon, okay. So not the worst draw either. Let's attack. Play this Hydra. Play this endless one for 2. Thus pumping the Hydra, putting something that can trade with the air and or just 2 more power, you know, for next turn. So now he's really, I mean, he's really got to be on the defensive here. Actually, if he attacks, I'd be really surprised, unless it was like land, fetch land into Temur Battle Rage become immense. We would lose to if we didn't block. That said, we haven't seen any of those cards. Yeah. Opponent just packs it in. Peace out, nitwit.